I want to thank all my subscribers, both old and new subscribers, and welcome to Zia Vlog. On today's episode, I will be discussing a situation whereby a guy or a girl is in love with someone but dragging his or her feet to head into that altar, especially among guys. We're going to narrow this video mainly to guys because ladies might be dragging their feet, but you know that of ladies is not that common, but that's not the reason why I'm narrowing it to guys. Secondly, the issue of going to the altar, and you know, in this part of the world, women don't propose, even though we are trying to break that boundary. But even when you propose, the marriage is still mainly on the guy's side, because he's the one to move his people to go and see your people first and all of that. So that's why we're talking about guys. We're going to narrow this situation to guys. Now, why do guys, comfortable guys, at the ripe age, I mean old enough to get married, has seen somebody, he is in love, yet he's dragging his feet from going to that altar? It's a serious issue. It is common. In fact, as I'm talking to you, it's happening right now. Okay, it is common among today's generation. Yes, you see this kind of thing happening among celebrities. Yeah, it happens with the normal everyday guy you see on the street. And this type of guys we are talking about now are the guys that are comfortable. They have good job that can take care of a family. They have or sometimes they're even from wealthy home. Sometimes they are old enough. I feel, my own personal opinion is, any guy that is up to 27, 28 and has something he's doing for a living, he's comfortable, he can take care of a family. If he finds someone he's in love with, I don't think anything should stop him from getting married. If you don't agree with me, let me know. I don't think anything should stop him from getting married because, not one, you have stable income, you are comfortable. Two, you are in love with someone. You are in love with someone, and yet you are dragging your feet. You see? Why do you think guys do this kind of thing? For me, for a guy who is comfortable, who has seen someone or is in a relationship with someone, one thing that could make the person to be dragging his feet is he might not really be in love with that person to the extent of wanting to settle down with that particular person. Yes. So ladies, shine your eyes. If you have been dating this guy for like 2 years, 3 years, he's comfortable, he's in love with you according to him, he's, you know, treating you right and all of that. You are hoping that one day you guys will get married, and the first year comes and goes, second year comes and goes, third year comes and goes. My dear sister, it's time you take a leave. Oh, it could be that he does not love you that much to want to take you to altar. Yes, if not, what's keeping him? What's keeping him? You are cooking, you are cleaning, you are doing what you're supposed to do. You are in love with him too, and the both of you are ready to get married according to what he is presenting. My dear sister, please pack your bags, just go. He is not worth it because he's only wasting your time. Sometimes this thing we call love does die, really, I tell you the truth, because with time you see that the love is fizzling out. It's fizzling out gradually. Before you know it, you are alone, and all those handsome, you know, cute single guys out there are already hooked, and you begin to check. Then they will not remember your biological clock. Oh, it's ticking faster. Is this that? Oh, my mother said. Oh, my mother said I should not marry somebody from this place. That's when they will give you these flimsy excuses. If he's not ready to tie the knot, you know you have dated him for a reasonable amount of time to help him know whether this relationship is heading to the altar or not. Just go, because he's going to serve you breakfast. Yes, at the long run, yes. Because either the love will fizzle out, or he will begin to make one excuses or the other, or in the process he will meet another person that he is so much in love with. You will be shocked in the next 2 months. This guy that is taking your time, 3 years, 5 years, people are still together, nothing is happening. In the next 2 months, once he meets the next girl, in the next 2 months, 3 months, they're already married. You'll be like, Another thing that can make a guy, a comfortable guy who is in love with a girl but dragging his feet to go to the altar, another reason could be the fact that the person has marriage phobia. Yes, some people have marriage phobia. At some point in time, I had marriage phobia myself, so I know it does happen. And it's common with guys. They will be like, oh my God, am I sure I can, handle marriage and all of that? So once you see that relationship is beginning to prolong unnecessarily, it's time to have that discussion. I'm not saying put pressure, but have that discussion so you know your fate as a woman. You call him and ask what is the problem. I feel we are good to go, but we are not going. What is the problem? He will be able to express, I believe he will be able to express himself to you. You can now dictate whether it's just a marriage phobia, of which you can talk to a therapist or a counselor, to break that phobia. Some people will be like, I don't even know if I will make a good husband. Some people will be like, oh, will this marriage work? Or some people will even be like, maybe because of their parents, what they experienced from their parents, they will just be like so afraid to get married. Maybe if they experienced a toxic marriage from their parents, or if they experience a toxic divorce or messy divorce from their parents, it can really, really, really make such individuals drag their feet. For some people, sometimes the phobia of marriage could be the fact that, oh, this their beautiful life will suddenly end. Maybe it's not going to be fun again. Even girls, it does happen to girls. Yes, if you want to be sincere, you will be like, so I'm not going to I'm going to now be fat, bloated. Yes, even me too, I had that phobia. We all, not all of us, but some of us had that phobia. So you try and talk to your guy and know what the problem is. It could just be marriage phobia. All these things I've mentioned, or whatever it is, what it simply means is there is a problem. Yes. Just though there is a problem, that is what this episode is all about. That is what this episode is trying to open our eyes to. Find out what that problem is. Have that discussion. Find a way to solve it. And voila, we are heading to the altar. See you next time for another interesting discussion. Bye-bye.